Hi friends and students, welcome to vocabulary session 4. So in today's session we are going to learn another set of 25 words, and by now you have learned about 75 vocabulary words in vocabulary session 1, 2 and 3. So I am absolutely happy that the approach of learning vocabulary is going very good, and in addition to that, I would like to thank everyone for watching the videos and thank you so much for your valuable comments. Let's proceed on to vocabulary number 4. In today's vocabulary number 4, we are going to learn the words which are important. Sometimes we ignore the real functioning of these words, and by ignoring the real functioning of these words, we tend to miss out on very important vocabulary words. So I'm trying my level best to cover up the vocabulary words which you can use in your day-to-day life, and thus the hesitation of speaking in English, and sometimes we want to explain about a certain situation and we are not able to do that. So that is only because of the reason of the lack of vocabulary. So let's try to expedite the learning of the vocabulary as quickly as possible, and I'm sure you're going to do that. Let's proceed with today's session. The first word is vindicate. Vindicate means to clear the blame or the suspicion. So if somebody blames you, you are a culprit. You have done something absolutely bad. You are responsible for everything. And in case somebody blames you that you're responsible for something, what we do at that point of time, we think, and if you're not responsible, you tend to defend yourself. So when you tend to defend yourself, what we do in reality, we vindicate the claim put on to us by someone. So when you try to defend yourself, you vindicate the claim. Next word is transient. Transient is something which lasts for a very short time. For example, the moments of happiness are transient. Life is transient. Sometimes we go on the beach and we draw some paintings on the sand, and all the paintings on the sand are highly transient because after some time the waves are going to come and they are going to wash away all the beautiful paintings. Or if you have written I love India, I love my country, or if you write the names of someone, after some point of time they are not there because the waves are going to take away, or the waves are going to wash away all the paintings. The third word is tactful. Very easy word, tactful. So tactful means when we need to be extremely careful, and sometimes we need to do some things by being extremely prudent. Thus all the functioning which is done in a highly pragmatic manner. Pragmatic means practical. If you work in a very practical manner by keeping in view all the pros and cons of something, then in that very moment we are acting in a very tactful manner. Next word is superfluous. Superfluous means more than what is needed or required. So if you possess something in excess, we can call that object highly superfluous. For example, if somebody has a lot of cars, so we can say the possession of cars with that particular person is highly superfluous. Let's move on to the fifth vocabulary word. The next vocabulary word is surreptitious. Surreptitious is a very special word. It means marked by quiet caution and secrecy. There are few things which people tend to hide from someone. For example, if somebody is addicted to drugs, and if the person is addicted to drugs, it might be possible that the person is stealing money from someone, or the person is involved in drugs, and the person is trying to hide from the family members. But it is very difficult to hide such habits from your family members, from your friends, or from your loved ones. This is the reason we use these words. The surreptitious habits are very difficult to stay to hide from your loved ones. So these are the kind of habits or situations which you tend not to disclose to others. Sixth vocabulary word is subtle. Subtle means minuscule things. So if you are trying to do some, if you're trying to identify something which is not really visible, so if you need to work hard in order to identify something, we tend to say that is highly subtle. For example, if two people prepare the same recipes, and if you taste both the recipes, though they have used the same ingredients, though they have used the same oil, but if it is prepared by two different chefs or two different people, the taste of those recipes are different. Thus, it is easy to identify the subtle differences between the two recipes. Seventh vocabulary word is spurious. Spurious means plausible but false. Something which appears true, but in reality it is absolutely false. So sometimes some people try to create an extraordinary impression onto the other person. Let's say if you're in a party, and in that particular party you meet someone and the person is a painter by profession. And if that painter makes a spurious claim that he's coming from a royal family, you might not disagree to that. It might be possible that the person hails from a royal family. But if that claim is not true, it means the claim is false, it will be called as a spurious claim. So the painter made a spurious claim that he is coming from a royal family. Next word is scrutinize. Scrutinize means examine very carefully. So sometimes we examine things in a very careful manner. So if we are examining something in a very careful manner, we can call it's better to scrutinize the project in the different phases in order to avoid unnecessary delays in the implementation. Let's move on. The ninth word is sagacity. Very, very important word. So in the earlier sessions we have done words like affinity. So we know relationship. If two people are in good relationship, we can say they share a good bond or they share a good relationship. If that relationship continues over a period of time, that relationship converts into affinity. And if that affinity continues for a long time, that affinity changes to sagacity. So if you are discussing with your best friend, if you're discussing something with your parents, sometimes they don't explain you by communicating with you. Just with some gestures, you're able to understand whether they agree or they disagree. It is only possible because of a higher degree of sagacity. 10th vocabulary word is reconciliation. So reconciliation, so it has two different meanings. So it is a financial terminology. So when we try to reconcile the profit and loss statement of our clients, at the same point of time, this word is also used to reconcile between two people. So if two people are fighting between each other, and at the end we ask them, you need to shake hands, or let's not enter into this fight because you had been together for some time, so why you want to fight with each other? So at that point of time, they can reconcile. Okay, so let's try to recap quickly the 10 words what we have done right now. Vindicate is to clear off the blame by defending yourself. Transient is something which lasts for a very short period of time. Tactful, if you are tactful, you know exactly what you are doing and what needs to be done in order to protect yourself, in order to defend yourself, in order to act as a real conformist. Superfluous is something more than what is required. Surreptitious, if you have something in, surreptitious is basically if you are hiding something from someone. So it is very difficult to hide situations. If somebody is gambling, somebody is addicted to drugs, somebody is stealing things from others. So surreptitious habits cannot be hidden from your loved ones. They will automatically come to know that this person is involved in all these kind of surreptitious things. Subtle is the minute differences which we can easily identify. Spurious is a claim which appears true, but in reality it is not a true claim. Scrutinize is to examine carefully. Sagacity, very important word, it is a higher degree of affinity. So if you hold a good sagacity with your friend, it means that you are able to discuss even the secret, or you are able to discuss the best things with your friends because of the good sagacity levels. Reconciliation is a word which is typically used in the financial sector. It is also used to reconcile between two different people. Okay, let's move on with the next set of words. So we are now on the 11th word. 11th word is rancorous. Rancorous means showing deep-seated resentment. So if somebody wakes you up in the morning hours and at that very moment you want to sleep for a bit longer period of time, so at that particular moment people adopt a rancorous behavior. So if something is done against your wishes and you don't want to do that, you tend to behave in a rancorous manner. For example, if a student hates mathematics and again because of extreme compulsion that you have to score 90%, you have to score 100%. So at that particular moment as well, that kind of extreme pressure can cause rancorous behavior in the students. Next word is reclusive. Reclusive is a word which is directly related or correlated to people who are introverts. So reclusive means when person is absolutely withdrawn from society, or there are some people who are seeking solitude. So if somebody is staying alone and somebody is not connected with the society, at that particular moment or that situation can be explained that he is living the life of a recluse, or he is living a reclusive life on account of the huge losses he faced in his business. Because some people, when they face huge losses in their business, they are not able to recover quickly. But we need to understand one thing, that failures are the pillars to success. So if we fail in something, there might be some other opportunity which is awaiting right ahead of us. So what we need to do, we need to work hard, we need to use our virtues in the right way in order to grab the opportunities. Okay, let's proceed. Next word is provocative. Provocative means to stimulate someone. So if you call someone with a different name, or if you challenge someone in open, it is very easy to provocate the person. Regularly we see different politicians that come to debate on different media news channels, and they continue to provocate each other, and when they are successful, they are very happy, and it automatically changes their rancorous behavior to an elated behavior. Next word is prudent. Very important word. Prudent means extremely careful. Before you start, before you work on a project, sometimes we tend to carefully view all the different kind of steps, what kind of challenges we might face, what kind of infrastructure we need, what kind of approvals from the risk and the compliance sector which are required. So if you act accordingly in different phases of the project, you are acting in a highly prudent manner. So it is advisable before you invest your capital in any kind of business, conduct a prudent research in that domain. Next word is procrastinate. Procrastinate is to postpone the things, and there are many people who continue to postpone their work. I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it day after tomorrow, I'll keep it pending for the next week. So if everyone will continue to procrastinate their work, they will never achieve success. So in order to attain success, we need to work hard. And I can recall a statement which is very close to my heart. The heights of great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flights. And they, when their companions slept, were toiling upward in the night. So if we really work hard, we will be able to do things together. So it is better not to procrastinate the things, because if somebody will continue to procrastinate different work, we will never be able to act in a prudent manner. Next line is 16th point is prosaic. Prosaic means diligent, but it does not exactly mean diligent. Prosaic means something which is lacking imagination, something which is lacking creativity. So sometimes there are some books which are available in the market, and when we carefully review the title cover of the book, the title cover of the book does not appeal to us, because the color combination or the images which are used, they are highly prosaic. So if the title cover of the book is prosaic, we might not even purchase or even open the book. Next word is precocious. Precocious means marked by early development. For example, if you have purchased a factory, and at that moment you have not installed the machine, so it's an existing factory, you might need to renovate, you might need to install new machinery, you might need to hire new set of human assets or workers. So at that point of time, you are at a precocious stage, because the manufacturing is going to take at least, let's say, a couple of years. So you have to do so many things before you can think of manufacturing the final set of goods. Next word is reverence. Very important word from the examination point of view. Reverence means showing deep respect for someone. So if you are showing deep respect for your parents, for your teachers, for your loved ones, we can say reverence. So I have a deep reverence for my professors. I have a deep reverence for my family. Next word is prosperity. So prosperity is an easy word. So prosperity means the conditions of having good future. So people are fed up with regimes that are repressive and have failed to deliver prosperity. So we all are in favor of a regime or a government that allows prosperity for every religion. Because India is a secular country and India is the world's biggest democracy. So we want the regimes or the leadership to expand the horizons of prosperity in our nation. Next word is brusque. Brusque is a very special word, and it is specially marked by rude or peremptory shortness. Let's say if I'm trying to initiate a conversation with a couple of people who are already talking to each other. I'm assuming the situation, there are two people, they are talking to each other and I'm trying to disturb them by saying something, do you want a cup of coffee or tea? And if they do not listen to me, I tend to change my statement. I'm saying, can I say something, and still they do not respond. And if they are not responding, it will be very rude because I'm trying to discuss with them and they are not responding. The reason they are not responding, it might be possible they are busy in something very important. The reason they are not responding, perhaps they have not listened to me at all. So at that particular moment, those people will appear brusque to me. The same thing happens when we board a flight. So if you are on the flight and if you are asking a drink from a flight steward or an air hostess, and at that particular moment they do not respond to you because they are busy in keeping the luggage in the right corner or keeping the luggage in the right spaces, and for them the first priority is the safety and security of the passengers rather than serving a drink to a passenger. So if you ask a drink to a air hostess and if she does not deliver you the drink, so she will appear highly brusque at that point of time, though in reality she is not rude to you. Okay, so let's try to recapitulate the words from 11 to 20. Rancorous is showing a deep-seated resentment when you're not happy at something, when you're absolutely annoyed. Reclusive, when you live alone, so it's like you are absolutely cut off from the world. Provocative, something that stimulates you, something which you do not like at all. Prudent is extremely careful. Procrastinate is to continue to postpone your important work. So if, though it is important, but if you are lackadaisical or lazy, you will continue to procrastinate the things. Prosaic is something exact, but it lacks the imagination. So if something is lacking creativity, something is lacking imagination, it is highly prosaic. Precocious, it is marked by early stage. So if you have purchased the land, you are at a precocious stage, and if you want to build up a factory on that particular land, so you continue to install machinery, hire workers, and continue to do the regular progression in order to build the complete factory. Reverence is showing a deep-seated, reverence is basically a great deal of respect for your teachers, or for your parents, or for someone you admire. It can be any celebrity. So I have a great deal of reverence for the scientists. Prosperity, so we all wish you the ultimate prosperity in your personal and professional life. Brusque is a part of a behavior. In reality, the people are not rude, but at that point of time they appear brusque because they are extremely busy in doing something very important. Let's proceed with the next set of words. Next word is Carolus. There are some people who are always complaining, and if they continue to complain, despite the fact you are presenting them or you are offering them the best of your services, but if they are always complaining, they are highly Carolus. It is better to stay away from Carolus set of people. Or if you are able to convert the Carolus people or the irate people, then I must say that your customer service is absolutely brilliant. Next word is pretentious. Pretentious means creating an appearance of importance. For example, if somebody says, I come from a royal family or I am a billionaire. So if a billionaire comes to a particular party and the billionaire showcases his strength, because if there are some bodyguards and if there are some security personnel along with him, automatically it will be easy to accentuate, it will be easy to identify that person in public. So that person showcases, or that person will be highly pretentious in that particular moment. Next word is benevolent. Benevolent is extremely kind, so we can say he is a benevolent person. Or if you can discuss about any politician, about any celebrity, because there are many politicians or many celebrities who are donating their money in different noble causes. So if that kind of event happens, we can offer say that he is a very benevolent person because he continues to donate money for the noble causes. Next word is boisterous. So boisterous are the set of people who show rough and exuberant animal spirits. So there are some backbenchers in the class, and all the backbenchers are highly boisterous because their aim is to disturb everyone. So if the aim is achieved, they are at the top of the world and they feel very happy at that point of time. So it is but obvious they are highly pretentious, because if they create disturbance in the class, it is easy to identify them in the class. All the backbenchers are highly boisterous. Next word is asylum. Asylum is to take shelter. So there are many people who have certain fears in their mind. So when they go abroad, when they go out of the nation, then they claim that it is not safe for me to stay in my country because of the amount of crime, because of the amount of terrorism, and multiple other intrinsic and extrinsic factors. So it is better for me if you allow me to stay in your country. So those people take asylum, and then the government of that particular country review their internal laws, and if their laws permit them, they offer them asylum, which means that they will try to protect them in the best possible way. So in the matter of sentence, we can say after the expulsion from the country due to religious rights, many people sought an asylum in the city. Okay. So let's try to repeat the words. So Carolus, people who are often complaining. Pretentious means creating a set of importance. Benevolent means kind. Boisterous, full of animal and exuberant spirits. Asylum is to take shelter. So we are done with the 25 words in session number 4. These words are a bit tough, but I'm sure if you practice them in different sentences, you will be able to learn these vocabulary words. And by learning these vocabulary words, it will definitely help you to understand newspapers in the real sense, because in different editorials, these words are used. So I'm the author of the book Ielts Accelerate, and I will continue to post more vocabulary sessions. I hope you have enjoyed this session. Please try to maximize the learning of the vocabulary, and these sessions will help you to gain the right knowledge in the best possible manner. Thank you so much, and I wish you a very wonderful day. Thank you very much.